Salut et bienvenue dans l'espace français. Bienvenue means welcome. My name is Chris Schneider, and today we're going deeper down the grammar hole with subject pronouns. This is Unit 2, Lesson 2. We're also going to learn to give verbs to our pronouns, at least the verb to be. Subject pronouns are called les pronoms sujets. So, the subject pronouns. In English, subject pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. They replace a noun that is the subject of a sentence like so. For example, Bill likes hot dogs. Bill is the subject, so he likes hot dogs. He replaces the subject noun Bill. In French, these pronouns work the same way, but again, the words are a little bit different. So here is the list of French subject pronouns, or les pronoms sujets. We already know a couple of them, so I is je. And can you remember what the informal you is? Tu. Good. And what's the formal form of you? Vous. All right. Vous can also be the plural form of you, kind of like y'all. So if you're talking to a group of people and you're addressing all of them, you can say vous, and it's either formal or informal. The French pronoun for he is il. Il. This one's a little bit new, so try it one time. Il. The French pronoun for she is elle. 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 Now, there is no subject pronoun in French for it, because all of our nouns have to be either male or female. We have to choose il for the masculine form or elle for the feminine form. The pronoun for we is nous. Nous. And nous has that same vowel sound that we've seen with OU before, like in bonjour or vous. Vous, nous. They both have the same vowel sound. All right. They has two different forms, the masculine again and the feminine. So for the masculine they, we would say il. For the feminine they, we would say elle. It sounds exactly like the singular form, doesn't it? Unless we get a liaison, and those S's at the end of il and elle are silent. All right, lastly, we have the pronoun on. On. This one is a little bit weird. We don't have something that we use regularly in English that's like this. So in French, we use the pronoun on in the general sense. We can also use it to mean we. So an example of something in English that means pretty much the same thing is the phrase, one does not simply walk into Mordor. We'll talk about on in a later lesson. Alright, so knowing the pronouns is important for learning verbs, because in French, every verb, or verbe, is conjugated with a different form to match its pronoun. It's called conjugation. La conjugaison. So if we were talking about the noun apple, la pomme, we would use the conjugation that matches Elle, because pomme is a singular feminine noun. Some pronouns share the same conjugation, and we'll see that with the verb to be. The verb to be in French is être. Now let's figure out what some of the conjugations are. We already know a couple of them because we've practiced them. Do you remember how to say, I am American or I am a doctor? Right, it would be either je suis américain or je suis médecin. I am American, I am a doctor. I'm not really, but that's how you would say it. So, suis is the conjugated form of être for je, the first person singular. Next up, we have the conjugation for tu. If you want to say somebody is something, you would say tu es. tu es. For il, elle, and on, all verbs have the same conjugation. So with être, that conjugation is est. Est. Il est. Elle est. On est. So the pronunciation of the tu and the il, elle, on form is the same with être. Tu es, il est, elle est, on est. Okay. Nous is different. Nous sommes. Nous sommes. We are. Nous sommes. You all are, y'all are, is vous êtes. Vous êtes. Vous êtes. You'll notice that vous has a liaison with the verb être. And lastly, the plural form for il or elle has a different conjugation of être. And that would be sont. So, ils sont or elles sont. Alright, so être is an irregular verb. The pattern you see here is more complex than what you'll see with regular verbs. But it's one of the most common ones, so it's very important to memorize the conjugation. Now, let's apply the conjugations of être to the working people that we've already learned to talk about. So in the examples on the PDF, you'll see the policeman is. The policeman is the masculine singular form, so we'll need le policier est. Le policier est, and then whatever you want to say about the policeman. Le policier est. The female nurse would be l'infirmière est, l'infirmière est, or the singers are les chanteuses sont, les chanteuses sont. Okay, great. You'll notice here that you have to have a matching article, a matching noun, and a matching verb. All of these match with gender and with whether or not the noun is singular or plural. And then, of course, the verb also matches whether you're talking in the first person, the second person, or the third person. So it's very important to try to get these all lined up. All right, great. So let's practice this a little bit more. I want you to tell me how you would say the writer is, and give me the masculine form of writer. L'écrivain est. Don't forget about the elision between le and écrivain. Let's do one a little bit easier. That was kind of a trick. So, I want you to tell me, how would you say the fireman is? Le pompier est. Good. What about the actress is? There's going to be an elision here between la and the word for actress. L'actrice est. L'actrice est. And how would you say the students are? Les étudiants sont. Good. How do you say I am again? Je suis. How do you say you are? Tu es or vous êtes. How do you say we are? Nous sommes. And how do you say they are? Either ils sont or elles sont. All right, great. Thank you very much for joining me on L'Espace Français. Next time, we're going to learn how to use adjectives to complete these sentences. Bye. Au revoir.